This is Seagate Castle in Irvine. The lane in which the castle stands is one of the oldest lanes in Irvine. And the name Seagate refers to the fact that the castle was probably built originally as a wooden structure in the 1180s to defend the harbour. That harbour later silted up, interestingly about the same sort of time that Ardea ceased to be an island. So the differences in the weather conditions, the currents, the sand movements seem to result in both the harbour silting up and Ardea ceasing to be an island. A new harbour was established at Fullerton. The original wooden castle was replaced in the 14th century with a stone castle, and in the 16th century alterations took place as this became a dower house for the Montgomery family, the Earls of Eglinton having held the castle for many centuries. There were constables of the castle living here at one time, being responsible for its defence to the Lord, to the Earls of Eglinton. One of the Earls of Eglinton had the roof removed in the sense of the timber was taken for the construction of a new church in Ardrossan. Before that time, after it ceased being a dower house, with no roof upon it, it was used by smugglers, vagrants, vagabonds and so on. And it's said that if anything was stolen in Irvine, so you would come to buy it back. There are also stories of the still being seen, so illicit manufacture of whiskey taking place. A lot of debate about the age and origin of this front entrance. It looks very ecclesiastical, church-like in style, although that may link with the dower house function. Said that the Treaty of Irvine was signed here. Certainly there was such a treaty. However, it was not recognised by Robert the Bruce, and King Edward I never actually put it into operation. The treaty was signed following an abortive battle. At the time of John Balliol's attempts to be King of Scotland, Edward I sent up an army. Now the Scottish army, including the warring Bishop Wishart, encamped on the other side at Nadger Hill, on the other side of the Scots Loch. And the opposing army, the English, were on the other side. However, there was such dissension amongst the Scottish troops, Scottish leaders, that the battle never took place. It's also said that the Mary Queen of Scots and the four Marys visited here. It's certainly true that Mary Queen of Scots, with her attendants, visited the Earl of Eglinton, who had been a great supporter of hers. This is the pend, or entranceway, to Seagate Castle, with its ornate ceiling. Here are to be found carved stone bosses. One is of the Earl of Eglinton, the third Earl, of Montgomery. The other is that of the Drummond family, who had married into the Eglinton Montgomery's family. As stated, the roof had been removed. The building had become the haunt of vagabonds, thieves, and so on. But years later, the Earl of Eglinton decided to do some repair and consolidation work here, and found very large amounts of stone and rubbish dumped by the town folk, which he removed. It was buried on Irvine Moor.